marathon ringside stint in Seoul. Mackenzie against Bohol for the IBF World Flyweight crown. And live at Wembley, formalities are about to begin.
And certainly we're keyed up here at the ringside in the Grand Hall of Wembley with the audience waiting side. Rolando Bohol, 21 years old, from the Philippines, who won this title in January this year in Manila when he outpointed Chang Ho Choi of South Korea. He's made one defense again in Manila in May, and he outpointed another South Korean, Cho Woon Park. Rolando Bohol. Well, there have been some great Filipino fighters over the years. It's a country that's produced a good few world champions. And here's the latest in the line, Rolando Bohol. Robed and hooded in white, the champion. So we have the men in the ring, and now the national anthem. National anthem.
From the Philippines, the flyweight champion of the world, Rolando Bohol.
Use him a bit because he looks very tough, doesn't he?
Well, I think most. So we believe him to be a strong, tough, and aggressive man over the opening few rounds. This champion, Charlie, puts him under a lot of pressure very quickly, suddenly, doesn't he? Suddenly comes somewhere here tonight, surely. The former British and European light welterweight.
Better and better. I think he's got to throw a few more right hands for my liking, because every time he throws that right hand, he knocks that other guy off balance.
It's very noticeable that once Duke eases up a bit, this guy comes at him very, very strongly, doesn't he?
I think
he only needs a bit of encouragement.
I think he senses that Duke slows up a little bit and he just comes on stronger.
They've got a bit of a swelling coming there, so they're trying to iron it away with that steel. So, a little bit of concern. The others, he allowed Bohol to do a little more work there.
Well, I think Mackenzie's doing a lovely bit of box fighting there as well, and it's going to get tougher now, isn't it? Because the guy thinks he's behind.
Well, he's sure to think that. He was taught to box, Bohol, by the great former world champion Flash Elordi. You must remember him. He was a world junior lightweight champion for 7 years in the 1960s. He's dead now, but he taught this boy to box and also turned him into a southpaw. And that's why occasionally he goes back to his old way of the other way around. But he's now managed by the widow of Flash Elordi, and one of those trainers in the corner there is the son of that great fighter. So it's a romantic story.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It has been exactly 3 weeks ago that the Filipino nation roared in jubilation over the dramatic retaking of the World Flyweight Championship by an obscure and very self-effacing young man at the expense of an arrogant and high-flown Korean. Anyway, today, coffee shop circles, barber shop circles, and even sari-sari store circles are still abuzz with lively talk about what has to be one of the most dramatic, one of the most brutal, one of the most bloody, and one of the most fiercely fought championship fights in Philippine history since the glory days of Gabriel Flash Elordi and the Trela in Manila. Well, today, specifically tonight, we are going to respond to the clamor of millions of boxing fans throughout the archipelago.
Yes, you know, after the fight, Joe, many people were asking me, when is the replay? Tonight is the replay. So, stay with us and witness how Rolando Bohol won the world flyweight crown.
In the blue, weighing 111.5 pounds, the foremost challengers, the Philippines' brightest hope for the new world title, our very own Rolando Bohol.
1/2 pounds. He's from Providence, Rhode Island. His professional record, 30 victories against 7 defeats and 3 draws, 10 by KO. Ladies and gentlemen, Rolando Bohol.
There's that hook. He's still throwing it.
He's looking at a fight on December 12th, so if he
I'll tell you what, he hit him with some huge picking maybe. See, he did get it. With a straight left, Bohol landed. He knows he won, but he's what a delightful, engaging young man he was when we talked to him. And the crowd appreciates the effort of both men and won.
The lethal weapon lying at that right head of Rock is unfamiliar territory to both protagonists.
And the more physically conditioned fighter tonight
Bohol scoring heavily in round 1.
has been knocked down in his career too. And Rolando Bohol knows that. Here comes in. A left-hander usually is a tackle to right there, Joe. See, the Korean can play
A
there.
tremendous left uppercut by Rolando Bohol, and the Korean was stopped dead in his tracks. Bohol give the fighter.
Yes, good.
Oh, has to keep the fighter. Rolando Bohol has never been knocked out or knocked down in his
Good
fight.
punch to the midsection.
Louis Ray scored it 141 for Choi and 145 for Bohol.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes,
the
we have
Philippines
it, champion.
has regained the IBF World Flyweight crown.
We have
Rolando Bohol is the new flyweight champion of the International Boxing Federation.
again a head collision. Here's Bohol coming up with a murderous finishing kick. He's letting it up.
Another left to the face by Bohol. And the Korean is down. The Korean is down.
The winner of this contest by unanimous decision, and still the IBF flyweight champion, Rolando
Is of Saxamuth. Bohol, trim and fit, looking strong. That was a wild left and right combination, but Bohol comes back, hits him. That was a left. And really, he is pouring on the punches, left and right combination, and Saxamuth is down. That flurry of punches, Juan was very impressive, left and right combination, and Saxamuth did not know where the punches came from.
That's right, Freddie, and Rolando Bohol shows that he is a former champion.
Well, that's the end. A round of the bout. After 2 rounds, and Rolando Bohol of the Philippines wins over Saxamuth Singh Samam, the second straight knockout by Filipino boxers against the Thai challenge earlier. We had Luisito Espinosa winning in the first round after 2 minutes and 60 seconds, and now Ron in the fight between Rolando Bohol and Saxamuth of Thailand, the second straight knockout for the Philippines in February Night Fever here at the Ninoy Aquino Stadium.
A big victory by Rolando Bohol. He is on a comeback trail, and he is on target, and it looks like he has a good chance of being given another crack at the world title. He is rated number 3 for the IBF, and maybe a few more fights, and he will be up there again as a champion in the world.
Hey, on that point, Ron, I talked to Papa Sarial, who's been watching closely the career of this young boy, and he said that one possibly against Gilbert Command, the IBF junior bantamweight champion from Mexico, should he continue this kind of performance.
Rolando Bohol winning by a knockout in the second round, and our friend Jesse Obrea is up on the ring to give the trophy donated by Mayor Pablo Cuneta of Pasay. And you know,
Rolando Bohol is the new flyweight champion of the International Boxing Federation.
With IBF flyweight champion Rolando Bohol.
There you have it.
Early round in the fight.
Here's a theory, and maybe we'll even have a chance to ask Rolando Bohol. That left hook that landed before that was a very hard left hook.